Very good morning to all of you on our session this morning, and a very warm welcome to all the seekers who want to learn about Sahaja Yoga and get an introduction to it. So, these sessions that we're having every day on the same YouTube channel and the same Zoom link is for an introductory sort of session for seekers who want to understand about Sahaja Yoga, what it is, how is it different from others. And of course, we also go for a meditation session in these sessions. And at the end, if there are any questions, we try to answer them. So if you have any, you can drop your questions in the chat box or join the Zoom link given in the chat box to speak with us. So these sessions are organized every day thrice, one in the morning at 8 a.m., one in the afternoon at 4:15, and the third one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. And all these sessions are in fact in Hindi. Only on Sunday morning, we have one session in English, this one, which we started because we had requests for understanding this in English, and we're trying to cater to them. Also, we have one more session at 5:30 p.m. every day. This is for seekers who have now understood the basics and understand the vibrations on their hands and want to go deeper into meditation. They can join that session. Again, it's daily and a large collective joins there. Today, what we'll do is we'll go through some slides, and these slides are talking more about how the young today uh, are in trouble, suffering actually. The environment around is such that they're having several problems, and these are leading to mental troubles as well. So we'll try to focus on that and talk about how they can really benefit themselves through Sahaja Yoga. But everything that we say here is really true for all of us. But it's just that we thought this is a good sort of uh, a place to talk to them as well. So we'll quickly run through these slides and then go for meditation session. So what is the value proposition? As we like to know a value proposition before we go for anything. So Sahaja Yoga allows us to de-stress ourselves, bring ourselves into balance, and get a total well-being. So it's not just a singular aspect of our being, or it's just for, or it's just for this and that. So it's not something outwardly, it's going inside in our roots. And thus, that is how you treat the tree, right? You do not treat the tree, leaves only. And that will not solve the purpose. So it's about something that changes inside, an inner transformation that brings all of this in our life possible. These things are possible because of that. So today, as we all know, there's a lot of competition. It's growing by the day. It is getting more and more fierce, and it is anxiety among students. And thus, we are hearing worse and worse news about students every day. And it's a very aggressive environment and very stressed out there. So, this pressure and anxiety and stress is all caused because they're always worrying, thinking, right? Because they have to get into a good college or they have to get good marks and then succeed and show to their families and neighbors and their families and their neighbors and whatnot. And then they have to, once got into good colleges, they have to score good jobs. And then again, there's a competition in the jobs. And most of us, I'm sure, are in that position where we are still trying to prove ourselves and beat others and show to the world and whatnot. And thus, we are also working very hard, and we're all the time worried um, and we are anxious to prove ourselves and many other things also growing up. They come up how people perceive me, how they think of me, how do I look, and the opposite sex, what they think of. So it's a big hodgepodge of mind, and people are all the time thinking, thinking, thinking. So it's a mind, as it is said, full of worry. Now, if we are worrying all the time, that means we are thinking all the time. If we are thinking all the time, we cannot be attentive to what we do. Thus, our performance actually goes down if we are thinking all the time, because we even lack in memory and self-confidence because of these things. If we are all the time stressed and worried, we are not really enjoying our lives. Might be on the outside, we might look like it, but inside we are restless and all the time stressed. And many a times, such people, even on the outside, become impatient and irritable. And there's a big barrier between them and the parents and older people, because it appears to the young ones that the older people are just not getting what we are going through. All of this stress that gets built up leads to a lot of things inside, and it's not a happy place to be. Physically, there are many things that develop. Maybe as young people today in teens or 20s or even 30s, we may not be seeing the effects on us physically. And the reason is that these things get built up over a time in our life. If you get into a certain sort of lifestyle and thinking and all the time worrying and stressing, gradually we develop problems because of that. And usually in 40s and 50s, they start appearing. But today, even 20s has become a good target for these diseases. And the reason is that the lifestyle is getting more and more stressful, and the culture is changing a bit. And these things which used to come at after 60s are now appearing much earlier. And some of the diseases mentioned, I'm sure people would know more than the ones mentioned here, like diabetes, hypertension, constipation, and so many more that are now established that these are all caused because of stress. When Shree Mataji Nirmala Devi, whose photograph you can see right behind me, she started Sahaja Yoga in 1970, and she roamed around the world actually, because Shree Mataji's husband was the head of International Maritime Organization, UN organization, for 7 consecutive times, and she's just to stay in London. And she gave many lectures where she talked about how the lifestyle that we are leading leads to what sort of diseases inside, very specifically given the correlations. And at that time, this was not at all established. Today, many such things have been established through research. In fact, even in Sahaja Yoga, people have gotten their PhDs on various such things and the effects of Sahaja Yoga meditation on our complete being. So these things are all completely correlated because we are one whole being. So if we do uh, take a lot of stress, it might lead to diabetes and stuff like that. Loss of sleep, tension, aggression, these are all things that come because of these things and are easily cured in Sahaja Yoga. One other thing that is most worrying is actually maybe smoking, drinking, and drugs. These things are coming up a lot, and the young are suffering from this. Many times they take to these things because the peers are doing it. Again, the environment maybe is to be blamed, but many times people do these things and continue on with stronger and stronger things because they just want to get out of this madness. There's so much stress all around. There's so much thinking, worrying, and having to prove yourself and all of that, that they just have to take these things and run away from all of this madness for a while. So it's a common saying, work hard, party harder. Because you just have to forget the whole week and the worries of the next one. So you do these things, but it's not good. It's very detrimental to our society. And the young all frittering away themselves with these things today. Depression is one of the other things mentioned here, which is equally worrying. Very young school-going kids today are talking about it, and it leads to a question about what sort of society we have built for them with all of this advancement that we keep talking about. Are our children going to be depressed now? There's definitely something wrong which needs to be changed, but we can't really change the environment, right? So when you're very stressed out and it's outwardly showing, then somebody comes and counsels you and sits with you and tells you, hey, it's okay, just live your life. That's good enough what you have, and don't take stress. If you achieve good, don't achieve good. But as soon as you step out, you talk to someone, you see something, again, those things trigger and you're again in the same zone. So it's a question of how to get out of this. There is a reason why it is called a Maya Jal, right? You just can't get out of it that easily. This is the world all around, and there is no getting out of it easily. So, what do people try? Various things mentioned on the left here is people try exercising also. Running, jogging, or physical exercise in the gym also sometimes stops your thinking because you're so focused on it that you just have to get out of it. But it's not a permanent solution. Also, people who are very stressed in office, working too much heavily mentally, actually using the right channel called Pingla Nadi a lot. And if you get into very hard physical exercises, well, you again use that same channel. The body balances itself by giving them a heart attack because that's on the left. So I'm not saying we shouldn't exercise. We definitely should keep a healthy life and exercise. But it's just that excess of everything causes problem. And the people who are used to working excessively in the offices also do excess exercises in the gyms. And thus they get into troubles. Indian classical art forms have a great effect on our being. This is something that is proven scientifically as well. And these have been originated from people who were realized souls, who knew the divine, who knew our inner workings, who knew the roots. And thus these ragas have direct effects on our chakras. But one, we must know which ones where. But again, all these things are temporary. The permanent solution is meditation. That is how the world is talking about meditation. The world is flocking to India to find the answers because we are the Yoga Bhumi, as they call it, uh, the oldest knowledge on divinity, and actually the only place where you have this knowledge. But to be honest, and it's quite surprising, we don't really know what is meditation. We don't know what is Kundalini awakening. We don't know really what is self realization. All these things are something in the air for us. It's even considered maybe very old age stuff, and why to talk about all of this in the new world, and this is not for me, of that. But this is the only way, actually. When we talk about meditation, people say that, oh, I meditate, but what do they do? That they say that I concentrate maybe here on forehead, or maybe concentrate on a light, or on some chantings or breathing exercises and all of that. All of this is actually not meditation. Meditation is a state that you are in. And in that state, you are first of all thoughtlessly aware. So you're not thinking, you're not doing anything. Meditation is beyond our mental self, definitely beyond the physical self. So anything that I can do physically, asana or breathing, this is not. These are all things that were defined by Patanjali first, who wrote a book called Patanjali, and he gave Ashtanga yogas, 8 parts of yogas, where it was said. So earlier times, we know that people used to do so much tapasya and work hard, and for ages together, it is said that lives together they would do tapasya, and then they would get their realization. So such realized people would then select one shishya only out of maybe hundreds come to him. He would test them really hard. And he would make their lives very difficult because he wants to be sure that these are worthy people. And then the part was yam, niyam, pranayam, and all of that. These things were there till Ishwar Pranidhan, the eighth, which is the most important thing. So, in all of these eight, 1/8 of 1/8 was asana to put our physical self all right. Today, unfortunately, call asana as yoga, which is not yoga. We even think that pranayama is just one side, and it's breathing. Again, these things affect us physically, put us all right. It's necessary, but you must know which one to do. Today we do all the asanas, whereas we should only do the asanas that are particular to the chakras that are not all right. So then what is meditation? Meditation, as we said, is being thoughtlessly aware, where we're not thinking, we're beyond these thoughts. So as soon as you're beyond these thoughts, you are enjoying yourself and the present, and you get the bliss and peace that you're looking for. So we said you're in the present. Why? Because in thoughts, there are only 2 types of thoughts. Either we are depressed with something that has happened, something of the past. Oh, I should have done this. Oh, maybe last year I should have done that. Or that happened. He said that to me, and my forefathers did this, and history of humanity. Similarly, on the future side, I will achieve this. I'll do that. I'll say this to that person next time I meet him, and I'll achieve this in life, and then this and that, and it just goes on and on. There's no end to our ambitions as well. So we don't even realize it that one thought has ended and the other one has started. So we keep jumping from the cusp of one thought to the other with the other. It just goes on and on. And even asleep, we are thinking. It's really a never ending process 24/7. But then in meditation, something happens inside us that gives us this peace of mind, this bliss, this pause, vilam. And that is the state when we are in meditation. So, what happens in meditation? We are in thoughtless awareness. In thoughtless awareness is when we can grow in our awareness. For example, there's a small sapling. It is just sprouted from the Mother Earth. If the earth is always shaking, the sapling will not grow into a tree. But if it is stable, it is silent. That is where the tree will grow. That is the same for us being in thoughtless awareness. But why do we have to grow? What is this about growth of awareness? I'm not here for all of this. I just need my peace of mind or something else. So, if you think about it, we're all the time searching for something. We're looking for something. For example, if you're a student, you want to get good marks so that you get a good college or you get a good job later on, and then you get a good house, and then maybe a good car and good family, and then maybe some more fame or something or some power. And you think all of these things give you happiness, and that is how you work towards them. This search is inbuilt. We are all the time searching, but we don't know what will really give us the true happiness. That is how people achieve. Many times they achieve, and then later in life they realize that this is not it. Many of the Western world people who come to India, they have much more than we do, such affluence. Still, they are searching for something higher because they're all fed up with all of this. This doesn't give them the happiness and joy that we're looking for. So why not short circuit all of this? We can also achieve all of this in life and then come to the realization and then start meditating at a time of life when we are not in a good position. Do it maybe later in the old age. So this is the um, self-realization bit, achieving your higher self bit. All of this actually leads to solving all of these problems that we see today we have. And that one last leg, that one last jump in a revolution is what is needed for us to become what we are supposed to be. So we say that God Almighty, and I hope we all agree that there is a God that made us, and we are supposed to be the highest form of life and the epitome of His creation and whatnot. But we are also capable of so many bad things, and we are so stressed out, not happy. Why? If we are His highest creation, how can this be? That's because we have not achieved our highest self till now. There's one last leg still left. If you think about it, our evolution from unicellular amoeba to fishes, reptiles, animals, so many species, monkeys, chimpanzees, and then human beings. As human beings, we have evolved a lot. We have got art, science, philosophy, so much we know collectively. This is wrong, that is wrong, this is right. This has all come in our awareness, not physically. Physically, evolution is done. But this last leg of our evolution is in our awareness again. We have to achieve something. When we do that, we become much more better human beings and our problems slowly, gradually subside. So there is something to be achieved. Okay. So why Sahaja? Why do we achieve it through Sahaja? Sahaja. Something that is, Saha means with, Ja means born. Something that is born with us. It is so innate that this whole mechanism to achieve the divine is all built in. We are born with it. It is all there in all of us. As a human being, this is there within us. Sahaj Yoga. Yoga means the union with the divine. Literally, the Sanskrit meaning is the union. Union of what? The Atma that is inside all of us with the Paramatma that is all around us. That is an all pervading power of God is all around us as well. So our connection with that divine power is yoga, and that is what is to be achieved in the name of spirituality, yoga, whatever we do. But how will we know that we've achieved it? Unfortunately, as we said, that we've gotten completely about this knowledge, this science. But through Sahaja Yoga, this can easily be achieved, and it is verifiable. You know it for yourself. Nobody else gives you a certificate. Nobody tells you that now you're a Sahajogi, you're a realized person, or you have done this course for these many months or years, so now you've achieved it. Nothing like that. It's all on our own. We know it for sure for ourselves, like hot and cold, on our central nervous system. Nothing in our minds, nothing outwardly. So, how does it happen? What do we get here exactly? Let's just see for a few minutes. We'll understand our internal subtle system and then go for meditation right here and right now and get this experience. When we were in our mother's womb, 2.5 months old or so, the energy that created us entered from the top of our head here. It is said that that is when life comes to the fetus. At the top of our head, there's a fontanelle bone. It's a bone we have seen. From there, this power enters. And in very small, newly born kids, if you have seen, it's a very soft spot. It even pulsates at times because this is the Brahmarandra, the hole of the Brahma to enter or to meet the Brahma, both ways. Now, this power it enters, and our brain being a prism shaped entity, it reflects into three parts. The one coming from the right goes to the left, which is shown in the yellow or the blue color. It's called as the Ida Nadi or the channel of the moon. Now, this channel is responsible for all of our past, all the things in our past. We think about past all the time, depressed, oh, I should have done this, that people are too much on this side. People who are very emotional are also on this side because all our emotions emanate from this channel, all our desires and all of that come from here. And this channel we feel in meditation on our left palm. Now the right channel in the which is coming from the left going to the right is shown in the yellow color. It's called as the Pingla Nadi or the sun channel. It is the channel of our future, channel of our action, mental action, physical action, channel of our aggression as well. So people who are very aggressive are on this channel too much. Futuristic people all the time thinking of future are on this channel. So we feel this on the right palm. Left and right channels take care of our sympathetic nervous system on the left and right side. So these channels and these chakras are actually in the subtle, we don't see them, but they're manifested in the gross as well, and they take care of our complete being. For example, these chakras that are shown, they take care of our organs around those places as well. They have physical aspects, mental aspects, emotional aspects. The center in the channel is called as the Sushumna Nadi. It is the channel of our present and the channel of our ascent or the Kundalini to rise as well. Now, these chakras that we talked about, these are the main chakras and they govern our complete being. So, whoever we are today, this personality, or if you have some problems, these troubles, or you have some qualities, all of this is because of the permutations and combinations of these chakras and nadis inside us. Each chakra has left, right, center, and there are various reasons why a chakra may not be okay, or the qualities are too many to describe easily here. But there are various aspects of our being that are governed by these chakras. Now, them going out of order, we create some problems for us ourselves. What happens after all of this creation, the energy that entered us, it comes and settles almost at the end of our spine. There's a triangular bone called as the sacrum bone. So it's interestingly named as sacrum, meaning something sacred. So there it comes and settles and it makes 3.5 coils. Coils in Sanskrit is Kundal. And she being our mother energy, she's called as Kundalini. She is our individual mother. She's been with us in all of our lives. And our only goal and aim is to give us our second birth, our self-realization. And what is second birth and self-realization? Very interestingly, the birds in Sanskrit are called as Dvijaha, means twice born. So first they see the world as the eggshell that is all around. And when it breaks through, it sees the world for what it truly is. The same is the case for us. Right now, we see the world as this three-dimension all around us. Up until now, we have not really felt the all-pervading power of God that is all around. We've been taught in Hindu religion since childhood that Kan Kan Mein Bhagwan means every molecule and atom you have God inside. In Bible also, it is said that God is omnipresent. everywhere, but we've never really felt him. So when this Kundalini is awakened and this pierces through the fontanelle bone area here, we get connected with the all-pervading power of divine that is all around. And that is why it is said that a new dimension opens up to us. This power starts flowing through us and we feel it as vibrations, chaitanya, on our palms easily, also at the top of our head here. Palms are the end points of our nervous system, we know. That is why it is easiest to feel this on our palms. Now, let's say one of our chakras is not all right. Let's say it's the Vishuddhi chakra here on the throat. And I'm somebody who's very shout a lot, use bad words, or maybe smoke or something. This finger, when I meditate, might start burning a little, itching a little, and unpleasant sort of sensation. So I'll know that this is Vishuddhi chakra being thought of. For the first time, I know, and I know the reasons, and decoding is all given in Sahaja. You can see the numberings are done and coloring are done to understand which chakra is on which finger. So it's 5 fingers here, 6 and 7. So we feel the chakras that are not okay for the first time on our palms. Also, we feel the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost, as it is said, the Param Chaitanya, Salilam Salilam, as described by Adi Shankaracharya, on our palms. So Adi Shankaracharya, the first Shankaracharya happened, he said that when in a book he wrote called as Saundarya Lahari, means beautiful vibrations literally. He says that when Mother's grace dawns upon us, we feel Salilam Salilam Chaitanya, means cool, cool vibrations. And that is what we feel when we get our realization on both of our palms and we feel the peace and bliss of being thoughtlessly aware. We also feel the chakras, some of them which may not be all right. And slowly and gradually, when we meditate, these chakras are corrected by this power that is flowing through us. We can also help these chakras and correct them in time. You can learn all of that is all freely available in Sahaja. This correction leads to us solving a lot of our problems. Many times, various incurable diseases also get cured in Sahaja Yoga, and various of our mundane problems that we may think of, even family related or money related and stuff, can also be solved. Because ultimately, we are talking about being connected with the divine, the all pervading power of God. So it chooses and it does the work as per its will. But that is not the most important thing about Sahaja Yoga. The most important thing is you get your realization, and slowly and gradually, all of this happens. One other very fantastic thing that happens is that with these vibrations, for the first time, you can know the absolute truth about anything. So for example, somebody comes and dresses up like a guru or something, and you don't know about them. They might be doing a very good show. How will you know if they are a real divine person or not? You can put your hands towards them. If you get a cool breeze coming from that person, it means that they're a realized person. They're a divine person. Otherwise, you'll get hot blisters coming and all of that. If you want to decide whether I should do this or not, you can check with vibrations. The absolute answer comes. The problem is that we do not know. Up until now, we have not had this absolute knowledge as well. And that is how we have been veiled. But once this happens, we can see for ourselves. Like Kabira used to say, Kaise samjhaun sab jaga andha. Means the whole world is blind. How do I explain it to them? So now we have the eyes. We get the eyes after our realization, and we can know for sure what is right, what is wrong. There's a lot to talk about in Sahaja Yoga really, and it's an endless thing. And Shree Mataji has given thousands of lectures in Hindi, English, and Marathi. Again, all of that is freely available for us to learn, get all this knowledge free of cost, and settle into it. But as we said, the most important thing is getting this in meditation, getting this experience in self-realization. So we'll jump into that right now. And it's a very small process, really. But there are some steps to be done, which you can right now see with your eyes open. Later on, we'll do these steps with our eyes closed. It's literally 5 to 10 minutes. So if you're sitting on the ground, you can sit with your legs crossed, as is shown here, and your palm open in your lap. We'll sit straight, not very straight, not slouching, just in a normal position. If you are sitting on a sofa or a chair, you must put both of your feet apart on the ground. This is important. And you should open your palms in your lap like is shown here. If there's anything tight on your body, you can take it out, loosen it, spectacles not needed, anything on a wrist, waist, neck, etc., you can take them out. These things should not hinder our meditation. Now, in Sahaja Yoga, we understand that we are built out of the 5 elements, and we use them quite a lot in meditation to put ourselves all right. So there are obviously always some problems. We have been living this worldly things. So we have to correct ourselves at times. Right now, we'll do a few steps to balance our channels that we saw, the 3 nadis. First step, we'll put the right hand on the Mother Earth. Right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand open in our lap. As you said, we can do these steps right now with our eyes open. Later on, we can do these steps with our eyes closed. Now we bring the right hand back into our lap and put the left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Right hand in our lap, left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. The next step will put both the hands on the Mother Earth. Both hands on the Mother Earth. If you are sitting on a sofa or chair, you can just put the hands towards the Mother Earth. Now, we'll bring the left hand back into our lap and keep the left hand open as it is in our lap. We'll do the next steps with the right hand only. Right hand is to be placed on our heart. Right hand on our heart, and we'll press it here so that we feel the heartbeat. Next, the right hand on our forehead, like this, and press from both sides like you would in a headache. Bend your head forward. Next, we'll place this hand on the top of our head here. Push back your fingers completely and place the center of the palm, the top of the head, fontanelle bone area. And while pressing, we'll move the hand in a clockwise direction slowly so that the scalp also moves along with it. While pressing the palm, we move it in a clockwise direction so that the scalp also moves along with it, and we'll bend our head forward. Later, we'll see the cool breeze coming out of our head and touching our palm here. Move the hand back and forth to see. We'll see it from both the hands. In the last step, we'll put both the hands completely up towards the sky, elbow straight, palms open towards the sky, and push back our head. So these are all the steps to be done. Really, it's a small process. And one may ask the question that, how can this be? How can it be so easy? With just doing these steps and some prayers, can we achieve something so great? So the answer to that question is partly no, because this is not enough. I always use this example, but it makes the most sense. Shivaji Maharaj the Great once asked his guru, Ramdas Swami, "Oh Guru, how long does it take for one to get their self-realization?" The guru answered in a way that the king would understand easily. He said, "The time you take to take one leg from one side of the horse to the other side." So the king was very fast. He said that shan means that very second. But you just need someone who can give it, and you need someone who can take it. We have to become the ones who can take it. Shree Mataji Nirmala Devi's photograph is extremely important. And it emanates those vibrations, those chaitanya, that makes this great happening possible inside us. So we leave aside all our thoughts and questions and doubts for a while, because if this is so, we must achieve it. And will not let our thoughts once again to become a hurdle in our growth. We'll sit cross-legged if you're sitting down. Sit straight, not very straight. Open your palms in your lap and look at Shree Mataji's photograph. We'll look at a photograph with utmost respect and humility. The only thought in our minds that I want my self-realization. Nothing else. We'll close our eyes now and bring our attention inside. Just see what is happening inside right now. Now we'll do the steps that we had just seen. We'll place the right hand on the Mother Earth and keep the left hand open in our lap as it is. Right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand open in our lap. Here we have to pray, Mother, please take out all the imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. We bring our attention to our palms, left palm and right palm as well, and just see what is happening here right now. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Now bring the right hand back into a lap. Place the left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Bring the right hand back into her lap. Place the left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Here we have to pray, Mother, please take out all the imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. We'll bring our attention to both of our palms as well and just see what is happening there right now. Mother, please take all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. Now we'll place both the hands on the Mother Earth. Both hands on the Mother Earth. Here we have to pray, Mother, whatever imbalances are still left in my left and right channels, please take them out through the Mother Earth. Mother, whatever imbalances are still left in my left and right channels, please take them out through the Mother Earth. Mother, please bring me into complete balance, into the center, into the present. Mother, please bring me into complete balance, into center, into present. Now I'll bring both of our hands back into our lap. The next steps will all be done only with the right hand. So we'll keep the left hand open as it is and place the right hand on our heart. Right hand on our heart and press it here so that you feel the heartbeat. Here we have to say a great truth. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am nothing else but the pure spirit. And this is the truth. We are not this body, this mind, these thoughts, desires, relations, personality, whatever we think of ourselves. This is all temporary and fleeting. The only eternal thing is the Atma, the spirit inside all of us. So we say it with full confidence, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Now, as we are the pure spirit, we are not guilty of anything. We have not done any wrong. Many of us keep feeling guilty for no reason at all, for small, small things, whereas God is love and forgiveness Himself. So we have to leave everything at His lotus feet and not feel guilty. Feeling guilty, we will not feel the Chaitanya vibrations on our hands, unfortunately. So we have to say, Mother, I am not guilty at all. I am not guilty at all. Mother, I have done no wrong. I am not guilty at all. Now we bring this hand to our forehead and place it across forehead like we would in a headache and press from both sides. Now while doing this, we'll bend our head forward a little and keep the left hand open. Here we have to forgive everyone without thinking of anyone or anything in particular. We just have to forgive. So we say that, Mother, I forgive everyone. Mother, I forgive everyone. I forgive myself too. It's very important that we forgive here. Mother, I forgive everyone. O God Almighty, knowingly or unknowingly, if I have made any mistakes against you, please forgive me. O God, knowingly or unknowingly, if I have made any mistakes against you, please forgive me. Now we bring this right hand to the top of our head and place the center of the palm at the fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone when we were kids, and press it here. Push back your fingers, press the center of the palm on the fontanelle bone area, and while doing that, you move the palm in a clockwise direction. You move the palm in a clockwise direction while pressing. Slowly, we'll keep doing it for a while till we pray here. And we'll bend our head forward once again. Keep moving the hand slowly. Here, we must ask for a self realization. Without us asking for it, Shree Mataji cannot give it to us. So we have to pray very humbly, Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, may I please have my self realization. Mother, may I please have my Atma Sakshatkar. Mother, please give me my yoga, my union with the divine. Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, may I please have my self realization. We stop moving the hand and keep both the hands now open in our lap with our attention where our hand was just now. For a few seconds now, in meditation. We'll slowly raise both of our hands opened a little bit above from our lap up to our heart level and push back your fingers. See if there's a cool breeze coming the center of the palm in one hand or both the hands. The very center, you'll feel cool breeze coming out. It can also be hot, you just have to watch it. Now we bring the attention to the tips of the fingers and see if one or the other finger has an itching or burning and crawling sort of sensation. These are our chakras being worked upon right now. What we feel here is the proof that something has started now inside us. Now we'll bring the right hand again at the top of our head where we had pressed and raise it just a few inches above our head. Again, we'll bend our head forward and move the hand back and forth a few inches above and see if there's a cool breeze coming out and touching our palm from a particular place. It can be a very subtle, minute feeling. Look at it closely. Bring this hand back into your lap and see the same thing with our left hand. Left hand palm just a few inches above our fontanelle bone area. Move it back and forth. On the last step, we'll put both of our hands completely up towards the sky, elbows straight, palms open, and push back your head. Ask one of these three questions 3 times. Any question, 3 times. Oh God, is this the Param Chaitanya, Brahma Chaitanya? Is this the power of love of God that does everything? Is this the divine energy, cosmic energy? Any question you can ask 3 times. Bring our hands back into our lap now. Keep them open and our attention once again at the top of our head. For a few seconds, we'll sit in meditation now. We can now slowly open our eyes. We'll bring both of our hands together in a namaskar and thank Shree Mataji and the Kundalini Mother inside for this blissful experience. You can see that even now we are in thoughtless awareness. There are no thoughts. For those of us who have recently joined, I would request you to continue attending the sessions for a while, as it takes some time to really establish the experience and understand all that is being talked about. Also, it is most important for you to meditate at home, morning and in the evening for 5 to 10 minutes only. To continue this flow of vibrations and to grow the small seed that has sprouted today into a large tree. We must meditate daily to get the benefits of Sahaja Yoga. And also, we must go to regular meditation centers nearby. These are again all free of cost. There are centers of Sahaja Yoga all across the country and the world. And there are people who have been practicing for a while who can help you out more. The link for the nearest centers is given in the YouTube chat, which one can see and find out the nearest one and go there. Also, how to meditate at home and how to correct. There is a process called foot soaking, which we must do every night to cleanse ourselves. How to learn all of this, you can do that by joining the WhatsApp group. The link to the WhatsApp group is also given in the chat. Also, there are some other videos in the YouTube channel itself which will help you. You can join that and learn. Uh, Apart from this, Shree Mataji has given many lectures, and they're all very helpful for us to learn more. There are some of them curated in the channel here, which you can see and learn more. Again, iterating that we are having sessions every day, all in Hindi language, thrice a day, one in the morning at 8 a.m., in the afternoon at 4:15, one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. You can attend any of them to learn more. On Sunday morning, we have one session in English only. Apart from this, we have one session 5:30 p.m. in the evening for seekers who have now understood the basics and want to go deeper into meditation. They can attend that and learn more. I would request you to continue attending the sessions once again and really establish yourself into Sahaja Yoga and make the most of it. Also, you can bring your friends whom you think may benefit from it and learn more. Thank you everyone for joining. If there are no questions, we'll end the session here today. Jai Shri Mataji.